Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here, my WWE Raw review for tonight, Monday, May 2nd, 2016, from St. Louis, Missouri. The aftermath of Payback was felt, especially now that Shane and Stephanie were both forced to call one Raw, and also the World to Extreme Rules started. A lot of matches made for Extreme Rules tonight. Well, a couple. And a couple seeds were planted for possible matches that will take place, or probably take place, at Extreme Rules. When it comes to this one tonight, coming off of Payback, it was a decent show. Some good action, some okay matches, and I guess a lot of setting up for the next pay-per-view. Continued on. Saw that a little bit during last night's pay-per-view, setting up the next pay-per-view. Saw more of it tonight. And let's kick off with Shane and Stephanie. Someone said, and I almost agreed to it, a count out to have Shane and Stephanie both won Raw, but hey, it could set up the possible brand split if they decide to go with it. To have Stephanie, again, won SmackDown like she did back in 2002, and have Shane won Raw. Despite Stephanie's reluctance to team up with Shane, it didn't show like she was being reluctant. And she was trying to appease Shane and trying to slap on a fake smile. People saw through it, including Dean Ambrose, who would invite her later on Dean Ambrose Asylum. So Shane and Stephanie came out to talk about their ideas for the night, and I think Stephanie's trying to be face, or she's still trying to be heel. But she's trying to appease that Shane also appears, saying, "Oh, I changed. I wasn't as reluctant as I once was." I think he had to kiss ass, literally, to stay in business, because you had to be with your brother, a guy who's more over than you are and more popular than you are. The fans love him more, as you can tell by the reactions they got tonight. So as they were standing in the ring about their plans for, here comes Kevin Owens, coming out saying he wants his proper rematch for the Intercontinental Championship since he beat Sami Zayn, and probably, and I think everyone agrees, and it was unanimous on the social media waves, the match of the night was Zayn and Owens. And the feud will probably continue on, especially intertwined with the IC Championship. Owens beat Zayn, I want my title back. He didn't have a proper one-on-one rematch yet. He lost the opportunity to fight for his own rematch, but he had to earn his rematch against Cesaro last month, but failed. But tonight, again, he would have to face up against Cesaro for number one contendership, because Cesaro came out saying, "Hey, Owens, you screwed me last night." We'll play Sami Zayn too, because Sami Zayn did attack Owens, and their fight got involved into Cesaro Miz match when Miz was tapping out to a crossface from Cesaro. The referee was too distracted with the Zayn Owens fight on the outside. So inadvertently, those two interrupted. And I knew at that, like the building towards a fatal four-way, as we would see further by the end of this match, and it would add towards this whole conspiracy theory, this conspiracy against Kevin Owens for not giving him a proper rematch. I even said that in my review last night on Extreme Rules. This Owens storyline with him being screwed over by Shane is going to continue, and especially after he was forced into another match, like I said, against us all, to fight to earn the shot instead of being owed it, which he does. Conspiracy theory feud continues. Of course, we had a lot of number one contenderships to settle tonight. Besides the IC, of course, we had to settle the whole tag team thing at the sad ending of the match last night. And also the U.S. Championship would have a new contender named tonight. So Miz and Betty at ringside. Kevin Owens is better on commentary, Miz. I'm sorry. He was awesome on commentary doing your match last night. And everybody agrees on social media. Kevin Owens would fight Cesaro and Miz at ringside. Sorry, allergies still bugging me. And these two fought before, and they still put on a good match. Cesaro queuing up the uppercut train. Uppercut city limits. But Owens with his big splashes, including a badass little bit of a frog splash from the apron onto Cesaro on the floor. That was a nice spot there. But despite Owens looking good, especially besides that, doing a cannonball splash in the corner, senton and all that. So came back with his rolling moves, but they bought again on the outside and got Miz involved in the matchup. As Owens got whipped into Miz by Cesaro. And Cesaro was going in for the kill on Owens. Miz got involved, attacking Cesaro for throwing Owens into Miz, causing disqualification. And the beatdown was on. I was like, here comes Sami Zayn. Because I thought Sami Zayn was going to get involved in the match. But it was interesting Miz got involved in the screw. Because I knew it was going to have a screw and to set up a fatal four-way. Exactly what happened. Zayn came out. And the brawl was on. And Zayn was taking anybody out. He did the Aluva kick on Owens. But as he was about to set up a Aluva kick on Miz, Miz rolled him out. Just like she did before Miz would suffer a pop-up powerbomb at the hands of Owens after the match. So Zayn grabbed the IC Championship because Miz left it behind. So there you go. This should be an awesome fatal four-way if they're going with this plan. It would intertwine Miz and Cesaro's feud and also extend the Owens-Zayn feud and let it be for a championship because their match last night was one of the many, or some would say, few highlights of last night's Payback. So there you go. Now on to our next affair. Tyler Breeze against Goldust. God, can't Goldust and R-Truth just fucking end this whole shenanigan? This whole thing with this Golden Troops been dragging on and on and on. Can this fucking be partners already? It's been 3 months and it's still dragging this whole storyline. Now that R-Truth has now got Gorgeous Truth with Tyler Breeze. And Goldust taking it with Fandango. Goldango. Are these two ever going to get partners? But itself, it is still funny to see R-Truth with a little old cell phone hanging up by a tree, like his own homemade selfie stick. These are trying to go with it. So the match between Breeze and Goldust was okay. You know, a little comedy, especially the shenanigans on the outside of Fandango and R-Truth would be a big factor in the matchup. Because Goldust would actually lose. In other words, Tyler Breeze won! Yay! Finally! Breeze won a fucking match! After being buried for months, I thought it was going to get buried again tonight. But yay! But it's sad. The only thing about it is a pro and con. Pro, finally Breeze won a match on Raw this year. After it was estimated, he lost like, what, 80 times? And even Trevor blew him up on it. And even Tyler was blowing him up on Trevor. But at least he finally won a match. But it's sad it had to be in this scenario with this whole Goldust R-Truth thing. It's sad that he's kind of like a minor player in it. He's not going to be treated as a big player. You know, he got a win tonight. But it's still kind of a meaningless win. But at least he got a win. So there you go. Talked about contenderships tonight. Big question about the #1 contenderships for the Tag Team Championship. Von Villains against Enzo and Cass ended sadly with a botched move. An unfortunate accident involving Simon Gotch trying to whip Enzo against the second rope, but Enzo landed barely the second rope, whiplashing his neck and landing pretty hard on the apron and on the outside. He suffered a concussion, but will be out for a little bit. As the injury bug, despite Shane wanting things, Cole wanting with Steph, the injury bug bit again. In a sad accident. Hell, even Bubba Ray had to go on Twitter and defend Simon Gotch because everyone was blaming Simon Gotch for it. And I even said it last night. I said that the Evolvers do not need to get punished for that. It was a pure accident, and everybody knows it. Shit happens. So New Day came out to address the whole situation. And Evolvers technically won the match because the match was thrown out. So technically, they are now the new #1 contenders. For what I read for the dirt sheets, they were supposed to win anyway. Because Dudley's was supposed to interfere. And continue their feud against Enzo and Cass. New Day showed the clip. And, man, the only bad thing with this whole thing is they keep replaying the replay over and over again. I don't want to show it, especially for people who didn't watch it last night, but seeing that replay over and over again, it just makes me cringe every time because it's just a sad scenario. And as you know, for people who watch my reviews a lot. Big Enzo and Cass guy. How you doing? Shut on my review last night. So, big fan of theirs, and sad to see they just got to the main roster and this injury happens. But at least Cass is trying to go with it. As he came out, especially after Vaudevillains came out, it's just really that I'm a big fan of Vaudevillains as well. So I'm glad to get a little bit of spotlight before they might get buried like the Ascension did. At least to get some sort of spotlight out of this whole sad situation with them getting a shot against New Day. And then good little promo, little banter till the Dudley Boys came out. I thought Dudley Boys were turning face for a second because they kind of made fun of our villains. But they're still here, especially when Cass came out. Like, the crowd popped for that theme, but it's still kind of interesting to see Cass come out without Enzo because Enzo's just a big mouthpiece. So it's going to be sad without seeing Enzo for a while. But at least they're still going to use Cass because sometimes when a tag team gets split because of an injury, when a partner goes out, the odd man out gets shafted and gets underutilized. When the Usos got injured, when Jay got injured, with a shoulder last year, Jimmy was barely used. He was only used on commentary. But at least they're still going to use Cass in a wrestling capacity with Enzo being out. And he was put in good use as we were getting into Pump 2 8-man tag involving the New Day. Teaming with Cass against the Vaudevillains and the Dudleys. Of course, Cass coming in. So big power move, but of course, New Day got in. Double team, the horn from Xavier on the outside, but he got isolated in the corner a little bit. So did Kofi at one point. Kofi got isolated in the corner, being quadruple team. By all four men in the corner getting quick tags, especially Bob Evans looking good with the manly moves. But then after Kofi got isolated, here comes Big Cass getting hot tags with big nasty moves. He Cass went for his big elbow, but then Bubba Ray got involved in the count. It was pandemonium. All Amen was brawling. Everyone got tossed out of the way as Dudley was going for the 3D. Big King's made a big move. Big Cross playing a decent little 8-man tag with Big Cass getting the victory for his team with a big East River crossing. Big finishing move and a 1-2-3 victory for Enzo's partner Big Cass and the New Day. This 8-man tag. So let's give Cass some advantage in the Vaudevillains. Considering Enzo's out for a little bit. As of now, he's been taking out all events till May 20th. So he may come back by Extreme Rules if he passes Impact test. Insert Impact wrestling jokes with you have to go through Impact before you come back. Thank you, I'll be all week. See what I mean? Insert your own TNA Impact joke. So, New Day will defend, like I said, the titles against Vaudevillains. I still would love to see New Day and Enzo and Cass, especially the banter they would have had. But, hey, Vaudevillains and New Day's heel against babyface team feud. So, it keeps it simple, stupid. On this unfortunate circumstance. Now on to Becky Lynch and Emma. A match that should have been at Payback last night. But it was on Raw. You know, they had a little feud going, but it wasn't built properly. Maybe that's why they just had it on a wall because they weren't building it properly, although they tried to build it up. And this match got a decent amount of time. You know, decent amount of time. What was it, like at least 10 minutes? At least it felt like it to me. Because it was a fun match. Decent time. Crowd was into it. Becky Lynch looking good. I love heel Emma. Especially watching her in NXT when she came back after the bubbly gimmick didn't work. Because sometimes fun gimmicks on NXT that work there doesn't work in main roster. That's why Emma went back after that fun-loving gimmick with Santino didn't work. It became a great heel in NXT. And now she's here in main roster. So Becky Lynch coming alive. It was a big move. The Beck-Sploder after being attacked by Emma for early going to matchup. It beat fed to the MMA sandwich. We didn't see a dilemma, but we still see Emma acting all dirty. Especially after we got to the finish. As Becky was going for some big moves, including that Beck-Sploder and leaning towards teasing a couple times to disarm her. When the referee turned around, Becky got poked in the bad eye that she heard at WrestleMania by Emma, capitalizing on it with a big nasty move, with a Michinoku driver and a 1-2-3 victory for Emma winning with a cheap move with the referee's head turned. So there you go. Everyone won by cheating. I kind of thought that, and at least it got it over a little bit. But I think the feud would continue, though. Again, hopefully have a match. Because to keep this Divas Women's Revolution going, they're going to have more than one feud. Especially for people who aren't in the championship picture. At least keep Becky Lynch relevant. And still no Sasha in sight. I know they want to push it for a SummerSlam thing, which I know a lot of people, including myself, would love to see that. And the only person I think should beat Charlotte is Sasha. But they just aren't using her again. They chanted for her again last night. They didn't chant for much tonight, like they did last night. So there you go. On to the Ambrose Asylum with Stephanie McMahon. Ambrose was questioning Stephanie's smile. Like, he's saying, man, Stephanie, you're trying to play it off cool, trying to act all nice, but you're not a nice person. You are a bitch. You're just hiding behind that fake smile. You're angry right now that you're forced to work with Shane. And trying to push Stephanie's buttons by talking about her getting speared by Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And trying to push her buttons to bring back the mean Stephanie. We kind of did. And Stephanie's like, well, Ambrose, your show's been canceled. Shane brought you into this, I'm going to cancel you. And I'm bringing with the guy that Shane canceled. Chris Jericho, despite a tweet saying, see you later, it's more like a troll tweet from Chris Jericho. As he came out to reclaim his show that Ambrose took from him, that started this whole feud, that had a decent match at Payback. It went a little long, though, but still a decent matchup. Not as good as Zayn and Owens, but still a fairly physical matchup. You see that every time Jericho wrestles, like, I'm a big Jericho guy, I always have been. I think his matches have been kind of like, they go a little long, especially his matches against AJ. Especially the one at Fastlane went a little long in people's eyes. It was still a fun match, but it went a little long. This is what happened last night with Ambrose and Jericho. But as Jericho's trying to get his show back, Ambrose attacked him in the ring, outside the ring, and they brought him outside. And Jericho almost got the dirty deeds, but Jericho kind of out of it. Delivered the cold breaker, laying out Ambrose, tearing up his set, in the biggest ending insult, taking Mitch, his plant, and smashing the plant across the head of Dean Ambrose, laying him out even more. So Jericho Ambrose feud ain't over yet. And they have a match in Extreme Rules, I'm guessing. And they're at a stipulation. And hopefully this time, if it's some sort of street fight, that Ambrose can actually use the fucking weapons, unlike the feud he had with Lesnar. They tease him using weapons. He didn't get to fucking use it in an underwhelming match. So hopefully they have some sort of physical stipulation to the Ambrose Jericho match for the street fights stipulation. Give Ambrose weapons and let him actually fucking use them. Unlike the feud with Lesnar. So there you go. See how that goes. Now on to contendership for the U.S. Championship. With Ryback apparently walking out from what I read. Apparently he was in a contract dispute. So he walked down the wall and is out for television for a while. So he needed a contender for the U.S. Championship to salvage Kalisto's reign. And the U.S. Championship being the mediocre mid-card title because the IC Championship's got more prestige these days. And more good guys feuding with it. Trying to redeem Kalisto's way of the stupid feud with Del Rio. And the match last night was better than Mania, but that's not saying much. Kalisto was at ringside in a nice little suit. As we had a battle royal with scattered guys of Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler. Their feud continued on. Especially if the Baron eliminated Dolph Ziggler matchup. Well, Baron got eliminated first by Ziggler. But then Baron beat up Ziggler on the outside after he got eliminated, leaving Rusev to toss him at the top. The Times Video came back. It was his first match on Raw in a while. And it came down to the final four. A decent little battle royal, typical battle royal. The former members of the League of Nations, Rusev, Sheamus, and Del Rio, and also Zack Ryder, trying to pull a miracle like it did at WrestleMania. And he is a former U.S. champion. All four of those guys are former U.S. champions. Hell, Rusev beat Sheamus to be U.S. champion and be over before Cena derailed it and he went through so much shit in a year. So after Del Rio and Sheamus were eliminated, it came down to Rusev and Zack Ryder. Despite Ryder delivering the Bolsky boot, big kick from Rusev would set up eliminating Ryder, and the victory goes to Rusev. Now they have League of Nations at the time. Rusev does need a big push again. And add more intrigue to the U.S. Championship. Because who better to take the U.S. Championship than a foreigner? A foreigner being U.S. Champion always works because you get a lot of heat. Along when Rusev was U.S. Champion 2 years ago, he had a lot of heat. And he was over heat-wise. You know, he had so much heat. USA chants galore. And he was so good, especially with Lana as his mouthpiece. Until Cena's win over Rusev at Mania. That started a downward spiral for Rusev. He's been floundering for over a year. Misused. The love triangle with Lana and Summer Rae and Dolph Ziggler, that moved him. Being lumped together in the League of Nations didn't help either. So now the League of Nations are done. Hopefully Rusev can regain the momentum that he had over a year ago. That he lost after WrestleMania 32. 31, should I say. So there you go. Rusev, you do number contender for the U.S. Championship. The match will probably take place at Extreme Rules between him and Kalisto. They could have a stipulation, but it's a big guy against a little guy again. But I think Kalisto can have a better match with Rusev than with Payback. We'll see. And hopefully the U.S. Championship match will not be on the pre-show again. It's been the pre-show match 2 pay-per-views in a row. It needs to at least be treated like a big title, even though it's being relinquished in mediocrity right now. At least try to bring back some decency to that title and let it be on the mid-card. Being the mid-card on the main card, not the pre-show. So on to our next 7. Charlotte coming out with Ric Flair. Talking about the controversy of the match between Charlotte and Natalya. And I was like, rehashing the Montreal Screwjob. I'm glad Rick didn't get involved in the ending. I'm glad we had no screwy ending involving Flair interference again. But can we please have one women's title match without any screwy ending whatsoever? Doesn't matter if Rick involved in the finish or not. Have one match with no screwy ass finish. You know, we didn't have a Flair finish, but we had the Montreal Screwjob whip-off. We hashing the past. Especially Brett there. Like I said in my review, I hope Brett had some sort of knowledge. And not WWE saying, hey, let's screw Natalya over like Brett did and let Brett be pissed off. Sorry, Brett, you had canceled, but fuck you. But I hope Brett had a sense of humor about it, like I said in my review last night. They brought out, they being Charlotte and Ric Flair, brought out Little H, the ref in question, Charles Robinson. He's crooked. He's kind of lying, but even he said, like when Charlotte's like, that the relationship between you and our family affect you saying Charlotte tapped out. That Charlotte said that Natalya verbally tapped out, saying stop. That's what Charles said. But Charles is like, when he was asked if he was affected by the relationship between him and Rick affecting his decision, he said yes. No, he's paid off. The storyline is he got paid off, and Natalya knows it. And she came out, beat the crap out of Charlotte, and slapped the taste out of Ric Flair's mouth. And then Stephanie made a match between Charlotte and Natalya in a submission match at Extreme Rules. The sharpshooter against the figurehead. And to really make it all about the women. And try to make it all about them again. Let them have the focus instead of focusing on the legends. And focusing on the past of the legends. The stipulation I thought they were going to add at Payback was made for Extreme Rules. Ric Flair is banned from ringside. Banned Charles Robinson too. But banned Ric Flair is a great move. Yeah, finally, he won't get involved in the ending. Be a one-on-one match, and hopefully Charles Robinson won't be involved either. And these two women can have a good match like they did at Roadblock and be all about physicality wrestling, and not about the past, and not about the legends in the corner. Be all about the women that are putting it all out that way. And no other shenanigans were distract like last night. You know, Sunday night. Payback. So what do you mean to think? AJ Styles teaming up with Gallows and Anderson. Bullet Club! No balance still, as I mentioned in my review last night. Taking on the Usos and Roman Reigns. God, WWE's even adding Roman Reigns signs. The sign that says when it rains it pours, and on its website they blow it, it pours. Just make it say when it rains. WWE free speech. Freedom of speech. Just watch what you say. Ice-T reference. I applaud you if anyone gets that. Anyway, Bullet Club attacked early on the Usos. As AJ, despite not being like he wants to be collude with them because they got involved in the match last night when Shane and Stephanie both got involved, making it no DQ and no count out after the endings of those. The count out and the DQ to show unity, which I knew was going to be the case when I saw Shane come out. Then I was like, Steph's going to come out after a DQ finish. This is exactly what happened. So, but AJ's not really like attuned with the Bullet Club coming in and helping him out. He wants no help at all. He's kind of still being reluctant. He's still friends with them. He's still teaming up with them against the Usos. There was a little blind tag here and there. Gal's like, I got this. But every time they got that, a big move from the Uso or the Reigns would counter it. So the Styles got back and he got isolated. Here comes Machine Gun Anderson coming with big nasty moves. Didn't do a stun gun. Is he still? They didn't ban a stun gun like they did the Styles Clash. But anyway, I don't think I've seen Machine Gun Anderson use the stun gun yet. Seen the Magic Killer, the double team move in the Usos last week. I haven't seen Machine Gun Anderson do his solo finisher, the stun gun, yet. Unless I missed it. Anyway, despite the Bullet Club getting back together to dominate, Usos coming with big nasty moves, especially the big nasty kicks. And Reigns got back in the isolation of the Uso. In a decent little six-man tag that ended up with Reigns. Curves big nasty moves, trying to feed off another vital crowd with people booing him. Like, not as bad as Chicago, but still bad. Booed. He's the face, he's getting booed. That way he won't have the balls to turn him heel. Like they did with. They never turned Cena heel, they never turned Reigns heel. They're trying stubbornly to make him a face. And we're not fucking buying it. Anyway. Reigns got a little ball on the outside, taking out the Bullet Club on the outside until he got taken out by the Bullet Club with a nasty move on the barricade. It was a nasty move, laying him out, leaving the Usos to fend for themselves. Specifically, Jimmy Uso trying to go for a big move, but then he got caught in midair by the phenomenal form by AJ Styles. And 1-2-3 victory for AJ and his team. I thought AJ was going to pin Reigns in this match. But hey, at least he pinned one of his cousins. So then in the match, the Bullet Club went back Roman Reigns, leaving AJ Styles to leave with him, whipping Reigns with a steel chair. And AJ, he was setting up, Anderson and Gallows had Roman Reigns held up for AJ to smash him with a chair. And AJ was like, I'm going to smash you. He put the chair down. He didn't hit him, showing his reluctance to be truly aligned with Anderson and Gallows and condoning their behavior on Reigns. But then the Usos came in and attacked the Bullet Club, taking him out of the ring with some big nasty moves, including a clothesline and a super kick. But then AJ did use the chair on the Usos, whipped the hell, smashed the chair across the backs of the Usos. But Reigns got back up, and he was furious that AJ Styles took out his family with a steel chair. In Reigns' face, he was like, mean Reigns. He went nuts. He beat the crap out of AJ Styles, beating him up all over the outside, leading up to a slam onto the announce table, laying out AJ as we end wall with Reigns, standing on top of prone AJ Styles, taking him out after he took out his cousins with the steel chair. Saying, despite AJ not fully aligned with Anderson and Gallows that condoned the behavior, he's still kind of teasing involvement with them. He's still teaming up with them. They're still friends when it comes to being partners and taking out Reigns. AJ's still being a little bit reluctant with that. So let's see how this goes. Something's going to happen in Extreme Rules. If Reigns wins again, there will be a riot in New York, New Jersey. But even I said it, I was like, they're not going to have Reigns lose the championship after a month of being a champion. They're not going to have a 1 month wait like he did last time. He won the championship in December, then lost at the Royal Rumble. They're not going to have given another 1 month wait. You got to hold it longer than a month, but still. But at least we got Money in the Bank coming up. Thank God that's coming up. They still should have the match at Mania as well. So someone could have cashed in at Reigns at Mania, but still. With Money in the Bank being back, coming up in June, someone's going to cash in on Reigns soon. Guaranteed. If AJ doesn't win, Reigns will get cashed in on by the end of the year. They're not going to end the year if Reigns is champion. I don't think so. someone's going to cash in on Reigns before the year's end. Like the person who wins Money in the Bank. That's my little bold prediction. That someone will the person who wins Money in the Bank next month will cash in on Roman Reigns by the end of this year. He's not going to wait for Mania or even Royal Rumble. He's going to cash in on Reigns by the end of the year. It doesn't matter who it is. As long as it's like no one we hate. Someone who don't deserve a championship. Like if it's like Owens or Zayn or somebody, it'd be great to see one of them cash in on Reigns. But if it's somebody who we don't like that wins Money in the Bank, well, we still want to win anyway because we want Reigns to get screwed over again. So there you go. See what happens with Extreme Rules with AJ and Reigns determined that main event set. We have Charlotte and Natalya submission match with Ric Flair banned. Enzo and Cass being out means of all villains will now challenge New Day for the Tag Team Championships. And I smell matches involving the Fatal 4-Way involving Cesaro, Miz, Owens and Zayn for the IC Championship. Kalisto and Rusev will probably take place for the United States Championship. Corbin and Ziggler's feud could continue. Maybe not in the pre-show. It was kind of pushed to the pre-show last minute, which bit WWE in the ass in the end because they could have had an extra match to fill after Enzo and Cass's ending to the match. And also we could have a Jericho Ambrose match at Extreme Rules with a stipulation added, and hopefully if it involves weapons, let Ambrose actually use the weapons, not just tease it like they did at WrestleMania. So there you go. That is it for my Raw review. Thank you so much for watching. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you all later, everybody. Bye-bye.